Scorpio to Ashes the Empress, this is Rosa, and today we'll be looking into your 2026 reading. This is an intuitive reading, so I read the cards as they appear to me. Take what resonates and you can leave the rest. Scorpio, I also suggest you take a look at the videos for your moon and rising sign, as they may be pertinent and offer some guidance. Alright, so let's see what 2026 has in store for you. So Scorpio, as I begin the spread, I always pick one card that, there we are for you, that governs the year to come. Dry desert. Dry desert. This is beautiful. I can honestly say I don't think I've ever gotten this card before. So we have the footsteps in the sand. We have looking towards the sun. Something new coming in. We have cactus. Let's see what this tells us. Bottom of the deck as well. Coming to life. Oh, that's stunning. Coming to life from what seems to be a statue. Butterfly transformation. We have blue, which always tells me has to do with your voice or message you need to say, the throat chakra. Beautiful, beautiful message for the year. Scorpio, we're reading the annuals. I divide the year into four, so 4 parts of 3 months each. You'll also hear me refer to them as the trimesters. So, whoa, boy, that was too many cards here. But this one wants to come out, so we're going to keep you mending a relationship, mending a situation. Beautiful. For your first trimester, we have, wow, you are the second. Libra just got this in their T1. Clean it up. Regeneration, that's very Scorpio. Like the growing from what was previously either destroyed or did not seem like growth could come out of that. Yang. And round and round. Wow, that's beautiful. It makes me feel like the wheel of life notion. But let's see where that comes to. No place like home. Scorpio, I don't think you could have seen this, but when the first set of a couple of cards came out, this was one of them, and then mending insisted to come out, and this is bottom of the deck. So we're going to keep this here. No place like home. Beautiful cards, Scorpio. But clean it up. I mean, that just came out for Libra's T1. So you may have a partner, Libra, or going through the same situation as somebody who's close to you who may have very librarian energy. Cleaning up could definitely be physical, material, emotional, spiritual. So it doesn't mean you just have to tidy up your house. This seems to me like there's a lot of emotions happening so far for you, which, Scorpio, you do govern the water sign. If I'm not mistaken, yes you do. You do govern the water sign, which is the intuition and the emotion. So far that's not surprising me very much. But let's see what the rest of the cards want to tell us. All right, let's recenter that. So we have, Scorpio, January, Princess of Pentacles. February, beautiful, Ten of Pentacles. March, most signs have had a rough March. So we'll see how that's going to be a struggle for you. April, May, June, the Chariot, beautiful. July, August, September, October, November. I was just going to say, where's my 10? Because in this one, the 8 of Cups is because you walk towards the 9 and 10. So something's going on in August that's going to get you to your November. Oh, beautiful. And December. Bottom of the deck, Lady Justice. Although justice is known to be associated more with Libra, Scorpios do hold the notion of fairness and justice and just to heart. And as an amplifier per trimester, and we'll get right into the reading, we have Wheel of Fortune, beautiful for your T1. For the second trimester, Knight of Cups, something is coming in. Now, pages are generally the ones giving the coming in sentiment, but having the Mercurian, the Hermetic, is it called the Hermetic? I always forget what the term is, but it definitely refers to the messenger of the god. So this is a message coming in, not as much as something actually coming in. We have the Nine of Pentacles, a lot of pentacles for Scorpio here. Definitely an interesting year for you. And the beautiful Star. Okay, so honestly, there's a couple of cards that just came out. The Hermit at the bottom of the deck for Libra. So if any of you are in a relationship or partnership or business venture with a Libra, this reading can definitely refer to that relationship or that element in your life, because there are quite a few cards that came out not too far off from that reading. But let's get back to yours. Let's focus on yours. Dry Desert came out at the very beginning for the overall sentiment of the year. Dry Desert, to me as a reader, definitely brings my attention to the sands of time. Gives me a sentiment of nostalgia, looking towards where the sun rises, looking towards maybe that star, like that hope. It also could refer to dreams that just never manifested into anything. But there's definitely that sentiment of seeking direction, but in a peaceful manner. Like, you're okay with it. You're okay with how things turned out. But there's still that little bit of something that's lingering, a little something that you either wish you still had or had brought into existence, or you miss, you're looking for, you're seeking. So let's see where this governing energy brings us in the year to come. T1. Let's start. January, February, March, beginning of the year. Clean up. Like I said just previously, cleaning up emotionally, physically, spiritually, letting go of old beliefs, letting go of clutter. Heaven knows that in a lifetime we will accumulate physical materials as well. You know, oh, well, this was from this person and this was from that and this reminds me of this. It's saying you need to clear your space. You need to clear your energy. You need to clear your beliefs. There's some work, because you are at the end of a karmic cycle. This is the Wheel of Fortune. You've done the cycle. It's come around for you now. Let go of the things that no longer serve you is the message behind that. I keep looking at this No Place Like Home, No Place Like Home. Very nostalgia feeling to this. You're in a dry desert. Maybe you were on a quest to look for something. There's no place like home. Excuse me, Scorpio. And what caught my attention, and we'll see how this ties in, is, I'll try to zoom in a bit, is in the No Place Like Home card, where my home is up in the air. It's being suspended. It's where my mind is at. It's in the air. Air is a sword sign, right? It's element. It's the thinking. Again, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, right? Again, we're linking this Libra thing. But not only, excuse me, sorry there, I had to take a little sip. Not only is it suspended in the air, but I don't know if you can see this little, I always forget what the term, somebody's going to tell me what this term is. I keep forgetting what it's called. But we do have that symbol, is it the Fibonacci? I don't want to misspeak, but I feel like it has to do with that. It's in the sky, above the home, above what I value, above where I keep bringing my thoughts to, and round again at the end of your year. So we have that same symbol, meaning bottom of the deck, where your mind is at. Are you in fact having such a profound debate on mending a relationship, bringing something to life, but there's something you, Scorpio, right now long for? That's the term that has come to me. You long for this. And you can no longer. This is the year. I don't see a decision being made, but I see the steps to get there. So this is the year you go from longing to the start having. Okay? And again, it could be in all fields: relationship, family, work, career, partnership, health, whatever it be. But you are longing for something that is not in your life right now. January, Princess of Pentacles. Princess represents that the youthness, the new beginning, or message, or an opportunity, something that was innocently brought to your world, to your attention, or something you seem to have somehow stumbled on the notion, but it has to do with pentacles. It has to do with this desire to have. Again, could have been something way back then that you've always wanted, you didn't have, and now kind of like creeped up again. And this is where it's starting. It creeped up because you cleaned out the things that no longer served you, and now it's making room for what needs to come to you. February, we have the 10 of Pentacles. The 10 is the completion of a cycle. This is the emotional fulfillment, but even more than that, because it's Pentacles, we're talking about legacy, we're talking about financial security, or security in regards to what you value. If your value is health, then security in your health. Maybe you had a worry of health at a given point, and now you have that reassurance that you're okay. But what you value is going to be, I don't want to use the term guaranteed, but it's going to be, you have a sentiment that I have what it is. I have it. Right now, I got it. I have my health. I got that clean bill of health. I got my bank account over this amount. I got that contract for work. That safety net is solid. That's the feeling that goes into February. Your safety net is solid. But March comes along, and we're still got a couple of those sleepless nights. I'm still in my head. And Scorpio, you guys don't do the swords very well. You're instinctive, you're emotional, you're intuitive. So being in your head is not always a good thing. And yet here we have March, where that's what's happening. You're debating if you're on the right path. You're living this anxiety, this worry, this do I keep going? Am I enough? And it's going to be an emotionally exhausting month, but I got to come back to clear it up. I really feel that for you, Scorpio, what you have to clear up is more in the avenue of base beliefs. I feel that there's certain things you're holding on to that are the reason you're going to be staying up at night, because what you value, you have. So it's not for lack of what you value. It's something deeper than that. It could be an old sentiment that's just lingering, or an old belief that's just lingering. So do your cleanup job. Your karmic cycle has come around. You're not, what was that line I once heard? Oh my goodness, what was it? You know, the trials we live are meant to be lessons, not sentences. Sometimes Scorpios, you'll take it as the lesson and the sentence and carry it on for many, many years to come. This is telling you no. You learned a lesson, karmic cycle came around, let that stuff go. January, February, March. Beginning. New. Fulfilling. But you still got things happening in your mind. We go into the second part of the year. Regeneration. I love this card. This is a beautiful plant, a magical plant, if we want to call it that way, is growing from what seems to me as lava. Which tells me, and this is very Scorpionian. It's a very Scorpio energy. Like swamps. Swamps are known to be governed by Scorpios. Because when the world looks at it and says, you, or that's dead, Scorpio says, imagine what can grow in this. And that's the beauty of Scorpio, is you'll see this lava starting to dry or still slightly flowing, and the world's going to look at it and say, look at everything it destroyed. But Scorpio's going to say, yes, but watch it grow. Watch this magical, beautiful plant grow. And I can't ignore the fact that coming to life, regeneration, we're seeing this, right? The blue, which I told you before, it always brings me to throat chakra, what I have to say, how I have to say it, the message I got to spread to the world. And the blue of this, so the blue on the plant is actually a what seems to be like a ribbon, a blue ribbon wrapped around it. Your voice, especially in 2026, is going to do the unthinkable. It's going to build the unbuildable, the transformation you've gone through, stone to life, the growth that came out of what everyone else thought could not grow. You're governing this year. You're leading this. And on top of it, excuse me, Scorpio, I got this unshakable cough. On top of it, here we have the messenger. Hermetes staff. That's the word that I couldn't figure out before. These are the wings on the Hermetes staff. Here is the messenger who's legitimately here to deliver the message. Mercurian, deliverer of message. Hermetes, the deliverer of a message. The cups, the how I feel, a message of compassion and love and capabilities. Well, this message, Scorpio, needs to come from you. And you, as a sign, govern cups. So cups are Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. They are the water signs. So I gotta replace all this in my head. Okay, this is taking a hot minute here. In the second 3 months of the year, you, Scorpio, are going to possibly take a position that you have not taken before, delivering a message that will bring to life people, projects, notions, elements, truths, nuities. If from a message of, I feel it's, what's that phrase that's coming to mind? Everyone thought it was possible until one person said it was impossible. And your message is the opposite. You're going to make the impossible possible. This is so beautiful, Scorpio. I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around this, of how direct and solid this message is. But your voice will bring to life. Your voice will bring to life more than you ever thought possible. I think it'll bring to life even more than you ever thought possible, because you're starting with these sentiments of nostalgia and searching and seeking, but what you're gonna find is gonna be so much more than you thought was possible. You're gonna bring this to life, Scorpio. I don't know what this is, but you're gonna bring this to life. April. You had your self-doubts in March. In April, though, you may have, those self-doubts may transform into more of a disruption or a conflict. You're definitely going to be out of a comfort zone, but it may be more of a reflection with not as much yourself like in March, but in April, maybe more with certain people in your surroundings. Maybe somebody was dishonest, hid something from you. Swords is when the I know, the I think, something came to my attention. So here was in my head. Here I kind of know. So you pick up your swords and you figure out who you can trust and who you can't trust. And Scorpios, you're very used to this notion in life. You generally have a bit of a doubt always happening, always creeping up in back of your minds. But this is April. So these would be, I would say, your 2 more challenging months. But you're going to get through it just fine. Because you're speaking, the message is brought, the truth is brought. And you need to go through this. You need to go through this to get to the 9 of Pentacles. You felt like you were a 10 in February. But in reality, you had to clean it up. I'm feeling like we're talking, Scorpio, about actual relationships here. Relationship with friends, relationship with a partner, relationships with business. But it's not the monetary part. It's what you valued. You have what you value. But there's something that was unknown here. They kept you up at night. You figured out who you could trust. You cleaned up. You cleaned up right here. Now you're bringing it back to life. You're regrowing your pentacles. You're regrowing it here. You're bringing it to life. Can't shake this cough. We're gonna omit this part from the video. We're gonna take a hot second here. Jeffrey said, do not stop and go, stop and go. So I'm not gonna stop and go. You're just gonna delete. Here's the symbol. Here's the symbol. Delete all this part. All right, we're back. Where were we? May regrow. And I don't want to go, like, this reading is going to resonate with those who are going to resonate in the way it's going to resonate. But I can't help but see this. So I need to say it for the 1 person or 2 people out there that this applies to. I do feel we're talking people. I do feel we're talking partners of some sort, business or whatnot. Scorpio, I feel that we're talking 2 individuals. And this is why. Because here, I got my two people in the background. On the 5 of Swords, I got 2 people who turned their back on me. I got mending here between 2 individuals. On my dry desert, I got 2 cactuses in the far part. She's not paying attention to them. She is looking at the sunset. I feel that this could be a partnership of 3, or this could be a committee. There's a committee, because then in May, my 2 individuals are replaced by 2 trees, a symbol of growth and strength, a symbol of truth, strong roots, strong branches. So these 2 individuals are, forgive the term, but you may have tried mending the situation. But they will be replaced between April to May. Because in June, they now become your guiding force. This is the Chariot. You are on it. You are solo, not alone, but you are riding solo because you know your value. You know what you want to do. There is no place like home. There's no place like the core of who you are. And those two trees, the two symbols of strength, wisdom, knowledge, the story. And here we have again. You have it again. You see the Hermetic staff, the symbol, the messenger, the Mercurian voice coming in. Scorpios generally do not like to, public speaking or presentation or that. They're known to be more conservative or more private. That's not what this year is, Scorpio. You will use your voice to bring it to life. Bring it to life. You have some magic in you. And this, I want to re-emphasize how important May is. The regrowing. These two trees strike me as definitely relevant to this reading, because this energy in May, when you get on your chariot, you're ready to go in June. That same energy for May comes back around for the third trimester. Making May a very important month for you. This is so, I cannot get over how direct of a message this is. Okay, we're gonna have to move on from here, but I'm blown away right now. Super important transition happening in your first 6 months here. Super important. Definitely something is leaving your life by your own will because you are cleaning up. And it's not like you haven't tried to mend it, you have. But it's a truth that came to you. You couldn't avoid the situation because your well-being, your values, this can also be, Scorpio, so important here. The values you speak, the morals you hold, you will not compromise those. If any of this, wherever this is, would ask you to compromise your voice, your message, what you speak, truth, you will not do it, and that's why this relationship is ending. So do not forget to be true to yourself in this, because you are governed by very strong morals and ethics, and this is the guiding light at the start here, the guiding light of your world. I can go on for hours with this. It's blowing me away. But I do want to get to the third trimester. So July, August, September. Yang, more masculine-based energy. Definitely the sentiment of the creating, the bringing to life. The number one in a normal tarot deck is the Magician. So the as above, so below. If I can think of it, I can create it. So I feel that this is definitely the 3-month series where you are going back to what May was. After this fall apart, after this relationship here ended, after you cleared this up, you got back to work. You got on your chariot. You know your value, you know your direction, you know where you want to go, and this is where the creating happens in the third trimester. Okay. July, nostalgia, and we know, Scorpios, you have a bit of a hard time letting go of what happens, and logically so. You are a water sign. It stays in your heart. Those sentiments are going to come up. Whatever happened in March and April, they're going to come back up. And this card is telling us, July, you may spend a bit more time crying over what you spilled than what you actually have left. But also, it's a reminder of don't cry over what's spilled, because you still have 2 left. And in this specific card, the 5 of Cups, the 2 that you have left, whatever is with you, is what's going to get you over the bridge and to the castle. It's what's going to guide you for the rest of your path. It's what's going to permit you to carry out what you wish to carry out, Scorpio. So yeah, July could be emotionally a bit challenging. August, however, 8 of Cups. This is actions, but this is also setting your boundaries. Boundaries, be careful of self-imposed limitations. Those are quite different. But this is action. This is a walking away. This is willingly wanting to abandon something. Because when he walks away in the 8 of Cups, he is heading for the 9 and 10 of Cups. Okay? So this isn't a I'm losing something card. This is I'm choosing to walk away from this because I know where I'm heading, and where I'm heading is in August, September, October, November. Where I'm heading for is November. 10 of Cups, happiest card of the deck. So am I leaving a relationship? Am I leaving a partnership? Am I leaving a workspace? Am I leaving a friendship that has not progressed past a certain point? Whatever it is you're leaving, you are leaving it with a sentiment of peace. We have the Hermit card. This is going inside. This is seeking your direction, your truth. And I love this because the Hermit follows the light. He follows the star. And I don't know if you could see this, but in his light, it actually is a star, which tells me that because you are doing right by you, because you went internally and you are doing what fundamentally feels right to you, you are guided, following your star, and the star is leading you to the end of the year, my dear Scorpio. You are taking the right path. It's not going to be without its challenge. It's not going to be without its emotional hardships. But you have no problem walking away from what you're walking away here in August because of Lady Justice. Lady Justice, my sword, I know, I think, my crown, I have my worth, I know who I am, my balance, I am being fair, I am being ethical, I am using my voice justly, and above all, her eyes are covered. So I just know that this is the right way to go. I can feel it in my bones. Scorpio, I'm seeing this unfold, and by walking away from the 8 of the Cups in August, you now find victory in September. You are on that horse. You have the 6 of Wands. The struggle is done. The hardships are done. You are getting recognized. You are part of this transition that's happening in your life. I feel your year is going to be a bit of a roller coaster ride. I got the positive, I got the hard ones, I got the good ones, I got the tough ones, I got the remounting ones, I got the ones that go a bit down. You're going to feel this, can I just plateau at an emotion? Again, nostalgia, I just want to plateau at this emotion. That's not this year. This year you need to ride that roller coaster of emotions, because after each spike, you have an action. After each emotion that comes into play, there's something that builds you, Scorpio. And after you let go here, you have your victory in September, public recognition, maybe a new work, if we're talking about work, maybe a promotion coming in with this. And in October, we have the 5 of Wands. In October, we have some conflict. We have a disruption, I would say. 5 of Wands is more of a disruption. Again, you're full of this, the hermetic staff there, the top, the wings. Let me see if I can get a bit closer. Can you see it here? Beep. I'm trying my best to get this focus happening here. Hold on. I think you can make it out. All right, let's go. There you are. You can make it out there. See? I have not seen this many in a deck before, in a reading. This card, October, also has to do with your Sagittarian, whoa, where does Sagittarius come from? Scrap that. But if Sagittarius is important to you, then just take it, because I don't know where that came from. This has to do with your Saturn lessons. When the 5 of Wands comes out to me as a reader, this is telling me that Saturn, the planet of lessons and structure, is trying to teach us something. And when like in school, when the teacher teaches you something, and then you say, yes, I got it, I know exactly, yes, I mastered this, they're going to test you after to see if in theory you mastered it or if you actually get what's going on. This is what Saturn does, and this is what's happening to you in October. Saturn's going to turn around and say, I'm going to throw you a little pop quiz here, Scorpio. Let's see if you learned. And having this Hermetic staff is linking me to, what did you use your voice for? What is the message you are bringing to this world? Is it true to yourself? What is this chariot you embarked on? Did you promise the world things? Did you promise a relationship, something? Mind what you say, Scorpio. Mind your words, because they are so, so important. And in October, I'm not saying you're going to be miserable. I'm not saying you're going to have hardships. All I'm saying is in October, the universe will test you. Okay? Be ready, because you deserved this victory. You deserved this recognition. You will get tested in October. And Scorpio, I'm putting my money on the table here. You're going to pass this test because you are true to you. You are true. Because November comes with the Ten of Cups. And the Ten of Cups is one of the happiest cards in the entire deck. This is the happy ending. This is the wish fulfillment. The Ten of Cups is the completion of a circle, or of the cycle, I should say. It is the emotional, the happiest emotional card ever, the happy family, the everything you want and desire. That's coming in November. And December, that's a time round and round. Round and round to me is, I feel part of it is you need to partially let things work the way they work. I also associate round and round, if we do not learn our Saturn lessons, they will come back around until we do. So I really feel like this is telling me, like, Scorpio, this is the time to get it. Because November, the happy comes in, and it's real. If I don't be true to myself, if I don't do the introspection of the hermit to follow my star, well, then I can exchange that for an illusionary type of success. But if I am true to myself, I follow my star. By the end of the year, I find my star. I followed it, I found it, it's here. And again, the water, this is you, Scorpio, this is your water sign. December, it's Seven of Cups. This talks about challenges. This talks about seeking answer. This talks about illusion. I feel that you'll be so happy with where this year is bringing you that you'll almost have to take a step back in December. You have to take a step back and say, wait a minute, am I imagining all this, or is this actually it? No, Scorpio, this is actually it. This is the life you have brought into existence. This is the coming to life for you. This is building it with your own hand, because you've done the hard parts. But you will take a step back and you will look at the year you just had in December and you will say, is this all real? And then you'll rewatch this video and I'll be here telling you, yes, Scorpio, this is real. You do have the Ten of Cups now. You did follow your star. You did surmount to all these challenges that came your way, and you built the life you wanted. Scorpio, I am incredibly excited for your year to come. I hope this reading has helped you to govern the highs and the lows as they come, and to not forget that at the end of the day, be true to yourself. Use your voice. Use it for good, but use it honestly. Because what we put into the universe is exactly what guides us. And you have a lot of beautiful things to put it out into the universe, Scorpio. So on that, I wish you a beautiful 2026.